Oh, day, I don't know, like 800 I saw something on the ISS. I stopped counting, to be honest, guys. It's quite clear that NASA aren't coming to help me. I'm all alone up here. Um, I guess you're just not sharing my streams enough to get NASA's attention. However, I did find a video. It's not like a decent video or anything. It's actually the Biden's family videos from when Hunter Biden was a lot younger. A lot of cocaine, just a lot of cocaine. That's all. Anyway, please keep sharing the stream, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll get saved. How is everybody doing in there? Whoop, whoop. Please do share the stream with your friends, with your enemies, with your grandma.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I am FTFE, and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what the pressure of the ocean does to a poorly designed carbon fiber hull on a experimental submersible and 5 billionaires. Wow. A lot of them around the whole Titan sub thing, so much so that I feel compelled to make a video about it, and I am doing so. The fact that people got in that makes me worry about humanity in general. Just wow. Anyway, welcome back. I have been on holiday. I had a fantastic time. I hope you enjoyed the videos that I queued up whilst I was away, including the amazing collaboration with the Triggered Limey. If you haven't seen that, please check out my channel for the last week. But tonight, we're going back into a den of derp, a new den of derp, because I've been into a place called the Asylum a couple of times. However, the Asylum, the inmates took over. The Joker fought off Batman and managed to take over the Asylum and kicked out the warden. So there was a coup in that asylum, and a new asylum has been created because once the coup happened, they've promptly banned me and said I am not what they want in their server. So there is a new asylum, and we're going to go in there and talk to some flat earthers because, you know, I guess I hate myself. Hey, thank you everyone for joining. Please enjoy the show. Hello, everybody in the Asylum. Are you all wearing your straitjackets?
Yeah.
Good, good.
I am the man of the straitjacket. Everybody says,
Oh, getting sound effects as well. Very professional. How is everyone doing this fine Wednesday evening?
Everybody is waiting for you and me.
Are they indeed? Well, Johnny B, you seem to be the person who wants to debate me here specifically. So Hammer can make the fun noises, and me and you can get on with a chat about the flat Earth. So Johnny, why don't you introduce yourself to my audience?
I'm a very, very independent, and I'm a born flat earther. I'm not. I didn't just know about it yesterday. All my fucking life, I know the Earth is a topographic plane without any questions. And also, I came from the north, and I have knowledge of the sun circle and the 24-hour sun. And also, I have been on the North Pole, and I'm a sailor, and I'm a navigator, and I'm an artist, and I know what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. So when you say you've always known that the Earth was flat, like from when? Give me an age.
Yeah, okay. My grandfather was born in the 1800, late 1800, and I was working with him, and he was a Freemason, and therefore I'm also Freemason.
My barber's a Freemason.
Freemason, yes, and therefore I'm a whistleblower, if I can say so. Of course I am, but I'm not telling you everything. But everybody is trying to give you the truth. Yes, we have done something that maybe we don't. Maybe we should not have done that. But
no,
the
Freemasons
truth is,
don't do anything like that. I don't know.
I'm just telling you, and I can prove for you that we are living on a tropical plane. And Johnny is well known of many, and I'm very well known on the Jeep Hunter channel. I'm a house guest there, known, very well known. And
So
every fucking
that was a
flat earther
really,
know who I
really
am.
long way to answer the question, what age did you realize you were a flat earther?
I said that in the beginning. I was
You
born.
were bored? Oh, a flat earther, okay.
So
We got
that's
that out of
not
the
a
way.
thing.
Like everybody, and you also.
A child has no knowledge of the world around them. A
A
child has no conception of the world around them. You were not born a flat earther. When was the first time you thought to yourself, Earth's not a globe, it's definitely flat?
No, you don't understand. You also was born a flat earther.
No, I wasn't. I was born on a globe Earth because the Earth's a globe. I was just born not knowing what it was because I was a child that came out of my mother's womb. Interestingly enough, the exact same delivery room as Simon Dan about 2 weeks later.
Oh, that is the explanation why everything got so wrong.
We're clones, obviously. But anyway,
Yeah, they look a lot alike.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm the much better looking one.
You are, Craig. You are.
Craig,
Yo,
are you sure who you are?
am I sure about who I am?
Yeah.
Definitely not. But that's another question.
Maybe your parents say, "Oh, the Santa Claus is coming, and will give you," and you believe that also, right?
What?
Santa Claus.
What's Santa Claus?
Tent fairy, and everything. You believe in
Sorry,
everything.
the tent
like
fairy?
That. Yeah.
What's the tent fairy?
Who cares? I can say whatsoever. It doesn't matter. It's just a make-up story. So I can say cuckoo.
Oh, just like the flat
whatsoever.
Earth. Yeah, cool. Right, obviously.
No, just like you are living in. If you take your teeth
angles on a tent or
and you
45
put your
degrees,
teeth
right?
onto your pillow, you maybe will get something, and you believe in that.
Yeah. Okay, that's a cool story. Completely nothing.
Yeah, it's a cool story.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Johnny is right,
Just
and
like
you
the
are
flat
wrong,
Earth
and
is a
you are
cool
living
story.
in
Yes.
a.
Just like the
No,
flat
no.
Earth is a cool story. It's a really cool story.
No, I cannot understand how you can think like that, because
I've measured Earth's rotation and proven to myself that the Earth's a globe, so I know it's a globe that rotates because I've done those things. Plus the fact that as an actual sailor and
Johnny,
navigator,
you
and
got
has used
the map,
sextant,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As an actual
You got
sailor
the map,
and a navigator that has used the sextant practically for well over 1,000 hours knows for a fact that the Earth is a globe.
Jesus,
Okay,
you haven't used a sextant for 1,000 hours?
Do you have to listen to somebody in my left ear talking, and I'm talking with you, and somebody else is talking in my left ear?
No, I should shut up. I'm sorry, Johnny B. I'll shut up now.
Thank you very much. Please, it's very nice of you. Okay. And if you're talking about if you're talking about how you will use sextant,
A sextant, yeah.
then sextant, if you really want to know how to use it.
Oh,
then,
I know.
then
I'm qualified to use it, and you know, again, 1,000 hours of practical usage to get my qualification. So I'm well aware of how to use a sextant.
Oh, so I don't have to teach you what it's about then.
No, I doubt. I mean, I bet that you've never touched a sextant.
I'm a fucking captain, of course I have. So
well, then you would know that
about
using a sextant for celestial navigation requires the radius of the Earth, wouldn't you?
No, not really.
Well, yeah, absolutely. To do celestial navigation with a sextant, it requires the radius of the Earth.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because
you know this.
Then
were you not
know
aware of this? Were you not aware that using the radius of the Earth is required in more than one part of the process? The algorithm for doing celestial navigation with a sextant not only requires you to use the radius of the Earth to calculate your position, but also requires you to use the radius of the Earth to calculate your drop that you need to apply after taking the initial measurement. It also requires you to use the radius of the Earth for the refraction calculations and adjustments. So, I mean, you, being a captain, should be well aware that using a sextant requires knowledge and usage of the radius of the Earth.
Are you trying to be funny now? Okay.
No, I'm being factual.
You told me I didn't have to teach you what the instrument is about.
You wouldn't be able to teach me because you don't know how to use it.
And you're exposing you and you don't know anything about it. How can that be?
I mean, I've shown many times on this show that I know exactly how to use a sextant and how to use it for celestial navigation, which requires the radius of the Earth in its calculations.
Yeah, okay. Of course you need the radius of the Earth, but it has to be falsified. So
no, the radius of the Earth has never been falsified. Never, ever, ever. I told you, you're Nathan Oakley, Papa. Your Papa Flerf is Nathan Oakley. Because he thinks looking at a picture falsifies the radius of the Earth because he doesn't understand what refraction is.
Has nothing to do with that. But okay, we can talk about that later. But first, you have to learn about what the sextant is.
No, I don't need to learn about a sextant. I know how to use a sextant.
Okay, but give me a minute. Maybe the audience will understand I'm absolutely on the point, and maybe you're not. Okay, but so, if you want to talk over me and try to win over me.
Cool. So, what is step one?
Hide that you don't know about it? Is that you're trying to do? I'm
going to ask you some questions about it. I'm going to ask you some questions about it. So what is step one in the algorithm when using a sextant for celestial navigation?
That's not a question I just say on the table. No. I am telling you, you have to shut the fuck up or let me explain what it's about, and then you can say something about it, okay?
No, I asked you a question. Why are you avoiding the question? In celestial navigation using a sextant, what is step one in the algorithm? Go ahead.
It's not about the algorithm. You have to...
I'm sorry.
Hey,
do you not
you're talking over an algorithm. Hey, I have
what do you mean it's not an algorithm? It's literally called an algorithm. It's the celestial navigation algorithm using the sextant.
I'm talking now. Hey, so moderator. Somebody take him down.
No, he's actually on point. He's asking you a question. He wants his question answered. It's pretty simple.
I'm trying to give a definition of the instrument that we was talking about, the sextant, and he's trying to talk over me all the time. Okay, don't do it. And sextant is an angular measurement instrument.
It's an angle measuring device,
yes. Device. Yes, it's absolutely not. Therefore, it has nothing to do with, in the first place, of any radius in the first moment of the use of the instrument. So, how do you get angular measurement with using this instrument. Yes, I will tell you. You aim to the sun, for example, and take the sun down to the horizon. And in the same time you do that, you need to take the time exactly. So you can then use.
Sorry, you need to take the time to do an angle measurement.
Because we have an almanac exactly where the sun is.
No, we were just talking about angle measurements. So stick to one thing at a time. Talk about how the angle measurements.
Let me talk. You don't just listen to me. You don't have. I will clear everything. You don't have to.
So when you said you point it at the sun and take it down to the horizon, what did you mean? What do you point at the sun?
You point the instrument.
What part of the instrument?
That you look through. That is
what's that called?
The front.
The bit that you look through, what's that called?
It's so fucking funny. You have to look through that. Let's make everything bigger. You look through it.
And what's that called? That bit you look through, what is it called?
What do you mean?
The bit of the instrument that you're talking about, the sextant, the bit of the sextant that you look through, what's that called?
What do you think it's called?
I'm asking you. You're the one that's apparently the expert on the sextant. So you're the one that said you look through this bit. So I just want to know, because you're teaching me here. So what bit do I look through? What's it called?
It's just like looking through the lens, and that's binocular.
Sorry, looking through the lens. That what?
That is a lens, the binocular lens that you're looking through.
What did you say? A pinorca?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Right. So let me just clarify. So you hold the sextant, you look through a lens at the sun, and you bring that down to the horizon. Could you explain how you do that?
Of course I can.
Yeah, please go ahead.
But you're asking a non-question that has nothing to do with...
Well, I'm asking you to clarify the things that you're saying, that's all, because you're teaching me here, so I just need to know exactly what you're talking about. So just to catch up, and stop me if I'm wrong here, to use a sextant, you look through a lens at the sun, right? And then you bring the sun down to the horizon. Those are the things you said, yes. So... Could you just Could you just be a bit more specific and describe what those things are for me? How do you do those things that you just said?
How can I be more specific?
What do you bring down to the horizon? How do you bring the sun down to the horizon? Please explain that for me.
Yeah, you have to look through. You have to look through the instrument and look through the
instrument. Which part of the instrument? Sorry.
And then you take in the arm of the instrument and take it down, and there you have marker, and you will see exactly the degree where the sun is. In the same time, all of the mirrors in the front of it will show you how you get it. And how you can let the sun kiss the whole sun.
How you get what? Sorry. And just in out of interest, what would I do if I couldn't see the horizon?
Yeah, but that we are talking about now is not relevant to what I.
So not seeing the horizon isn't relevant to using a sextant. Okay, all right, okay, no worries. So just to clarify. Just back to the beginning, to use a sextant, I look through a hole with a lens in it at the sun, and then make a mark on the instrument where the horizon matches the sun. Is that right? That's what you said to me.
You have to aim to the sun, yes.
Aim what at the sun?
With the instrument to the sun.
So I just point the whole sextant at the sun.
Right.
This is brilliant. I'm learning so much here how to use a sextant. Because you know what? When I did my training for a sextant, it was completely different. So I guess I was taught wrong. I'm so glad that I've met you so that I can actually learn how to use a sextant properly. I'm so glad to know that it's just pointing it at the sun. This is brilliant. Please carry on.
No, that is you're just trying to go away from the reality that I will go.
No. I'm learning from you right now. You're teaching me how to use a sextant, and I'm very thankful for it. So what's the next step? After we pointed the sextant at the sun, what do we do next?
You look at the horizon through the mirror that I'm saying. And
we look at the horizon through the mirror.
Yes.
What mirror?
On the instrument.
Is there just one mirror on the instrument?
There's several mirrors. And,
so which mirror do we look at?
But you use absolute two mirrors to get the sun down to the horizon, that I'm saying.
So how do I use the two mirrors to bring the sun down to the horizon? How does that happen?
How does that happen?
Yeah, could you explain the methodology and the mechanism? What do I do with the sextant when it's in my hand to bring the sun down to the horizon using the two mirrors? Explain how I would do that.
You aim to the sun, and you see, and you have a filter so that you will not hurt your eyes or something like that. And you have then mirrors.
I'm glad safety's important. So
yes,
I do is I look through the lens with the filter on at the sun, and then I bring the sun down to the horizon using two mirrors. I'm not really sure how I do that. I imagine it's an automatic thing, or...
It's very, very strange because you say that you know what it's about. Why do you?
Well, yeah, obviously I'm wrong with because nothing. What you're saying is nothing like what I've ever learned with a sextant. So what I'm doing is I've wiped all the knowledge of a sextant from my mind because you are clearly the teacher here, teaching me all about a sextant, and I'm very thankful for your knowledge. I'm just not entirely sure how I use mirrors to bring the sun down to the horizon. Is there a button? Is there like a slide? Is there something I wind up? How do I do that?
How do you do that? You slide like a slate and take it down, and then you have a marker on that is.
I slide like a slide, take it down, and mark.
You slide it down, and then you have a marker on.
Sorry, slide what down?
What
is it? What is it? I slide down.
It will give you a degree. The degrees.
Sorry. So just to be clear, what is it that I slide? What is it exactly that I slide down? And what does sliding it down do?
And exactly in the same time, you let the sun through the mirrors kiss the horizon. Then you take the time, and then you will know all the data. You will use it on the chart. But that is not what I'm talking about. That I will take you down with.
Whoa, don't stop. Hold on. So,
No.
Just to make sure that I'm following you. I've got to make sure that I'm following you completely. So I look through the filter at the lens at the sun, and then I use a slide to bring the sun down to the horizon using two mirrors somehow, apparently, and then I make a mark and note the time. Right? Is that cool? Is that right? I just want to make sure.
In the same time, you let the sun kiss the horizon. Yes, then you have to take the time, so you know exactly.
Let the sun kiss the horizon. Was that?
Yes.
That's oof. Bit hot on the.
Yeah, it's a sexual thing.
This is a family show, man. I don't know if we can talk about. But okay, right. So the sun has to kiss the horizon, right?
Yes. Yes.
So the lens that I'm looking through at the sun, how am I also seeing the horizon? Explain that to me.
You're looking through.
Yeah, but you said I'm looking through a lens with a filter on at the sun. So how can I also see the horizon? Could you just explain that to me?
If you're looking through the lens, then you will see it. And,
how?
Because
how can I look at the sun and the horizon? Is it magic? Is there like portals on it?
Because it's half silvered, and you can see the half of it, and the half silvered of the point of the mirror will give you exactly.
I can see the silhouette of the point of the mirror. Oh, right, brilliant. Those were words.
It's half silvered. Yes.
Yeah. Those were words, definitely. Right. Okay. So I've now somehow measured an angle and taken the time. What's next?
Okay, now we come to the reality. You will never will be able to take any angle measurement without a flat baseline or horizon that is in front of you. And also, triangulation.
Wait, hold on.
And
so
also,
the baseline. Wait, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. The baseline has to be flat. So are you saying that the baseline you use when you're using a sextant is the surface of the Earth?
That is the surface of the Earth, yes.
Oh, right. So it's strange, though, because when I use a sextant, right...
that is the surface over the water, yes.
Well, hold on. Again, because it's just strange, because when I use a sextant, when I was at sea using the sextant, I didn't hold the sextant at sea level and then stick my head in the water to take the measurements and everything. I was above the surface of the water. So, I mean, the baseline, according to you, would actually be an incline towards the horizon from my point? I'm confused.
Okay.
And also,
okay,
there's just this one thing that I remember from, reading the books and everything is that the baseline is an imaginary line from the observer to the horizon. So are you telling me that the flat Earth is an imaginary line? That's nice.
If you're talking about... You can use that in the air. Yes, you're absolutely right. You can use it in the air and the airplane. Yes, you can. Absolutely use it.
Then how is the baseline the surface of the Earth? If when you use it, the measurement is taken from above the Earth.
Then you have to assume a flat baseline to get the right result. Absolutely.
Again, you are not on the surface of the Earth when you take the measurement. So how is the baseline the surface of the Earth?
You have to make correction, dip correction to the sea level all the time.
Those dip corrections that you use the radius of the Earth.
Or you are just two centimeters, or you are 6 feet, or you are just only about.
Hold on. Do you mean the dip corrections that you use the radius of the Earth? Is that what you mean?
Yes, I'm talking with you. You don't have to talk over me all the time.
It's a conversation. We go back and forth.
I'm talking with you. I'm not finished. You always need correction to the sea level. Okay, now.
And is it true that those corrections use the radius of the Earth?
Has nothing to do with it.
Wait, so when you're making those corrections, is the radius of the Earth involved in making those corrections, yes or no?
You always have to assume for flat, non-rotating.
This is a yes or no question. When making the dip corrections, is the radius of the Earth involved? Yes or no?
The sea level. That
is. No, again, sea level isn't the words yes or no. I'm going to ask the question again. It's very simple. Is it...
You're losing, Greg. I'm teaching you. You're
he
just
is
like
so Nathan-Oakley screaming that I'm losing.
But you are. I'm taking
how am I losing? I mean, the question, it's yes or no. The dip corrections that you apply...
You don't know what dip correction is.
I do, because I use them, and I can actually show you some interesting maths in a second. But I've got a yes or no. I've got a yes or no question for you.
Rather than saying I'm wrong, if you know what it is.
Do the dip corrections that you apply involve using the radius of the Earth? Yes or no?
It has nothing to do with it. Not yet. Nothing.
Oh no, really? I need to show you something then. So you just give me.
Listen to me. If you are on the middle in the ocean somewhere and you don't know where you are, do you think you need the radius of the Earth?
Yes, absolutely.
To take a direction and
to navigate with a sextant, you need the radius of the Earth. Yes, 100%.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you absolutely do. You do, because it's part of the calculations for finding out where you are.
It's just stupid. You're not.
Did you not know that?
Nah. No.
So you still haven't told me what the next part is. I've got this angle magically. You didn't really explain how.
But you're talking over me all the time because I am listening.
You said the dip correction, which the dip correction involves the radius of the Earth, which is a nice, interesting point to know about.
No, not the Earth. The dip. You have to.
No,
you have to
literally,
take
when you map out the dip corrections, it literally shows.
It doesn't matter if you're on an airplane or you're 5 feet or 6 feet or 2 feet or. Oh, you don't have to do any fucking dip correction if you're lying flat on the on the sea.
Just look at my camera right now. Look at the camera, right, that I'm showing you. This is actually the maths for the dip corrections that you apply, which is 0.97 times the square root of the... I'm talking. I'm talking. This is where you learn. Look at my camera then. It's not hard to do. Right? I am sharing my camera on... You click into the room and see my camera. And I am showing you the curve, the dip angle that you apply. 0.97 times the square root of the height of I in feet, okay? When you map that out, you get a curve that matches the arc of the radius of the Earth. So when you apply your dip corrections, you are using the radius of the Earth. This is a fact.
I'm trying to talk with you. I just see swart. I don't see anything.
It's not my fault that you don't know how to use Discord. Click on the chilling, the bit that says chilling, right? And then you will see my camera. If you click on that, it will make it big.
Yeah, I did, but there's nothing is happening. I don't see anything.
Not surprised that you can't do tech. But for everyone else that can see it...
I am a tech guy, so I have nothing to do with
clearly
that.
not. For everyone else that actually understands how to use tech and can see, it's quite
Do
clear
you know?
to see
Do you know? I'm an educated data administrator and everything.
I do not believe a word you are saying. Just so everyone else can see, when you actually use the maths and map it out, that you get a curve. So the dip angle matches the radius of the curve of the Earth. Applying the dip correction uses the radius of the Earth. This is a fact.
It's not a fact. You're wrong, and you are making fool of yourself.
I literally just showed the maths.
I'm telling you, do you know what dip correction is? It's the dip correction.
I just showed the maths for it. Yeah, I just showed the maths for the dip correction. You can graph the dip angle.
I don't see anything.
It's not my fault you don't understand how to use technology.
Okay, now I understand you don't know anything about sextant, and I take you absolutely down to it. So you don't know how the sun works. You don't know. Wait, don't move on. We're still doing the sextant. We're still doing the sextant. So I've got this one angle, right? How the dynamic system works. You don't know anything.
So right, I've got this one angle, right? What's the next thing I do with the sextant to be able to celestial navigate?
Yeah. Okay. Then if you get you can take the measurement. If you make it three times, then you have 3 times circle of equal altitude. That will give you thousands of miles of flat area. That is absolutely impossible.
The circle of equal altitude is mapped onto a sphere. This circle of equal altitude is mapped onto a sphere. Did you not know that?
What is the name? Circle equal altitude. A big circle that is equal altitude. That cannot happen on a globe, right?
Yes, it can. The circle is on a sphere. It's a cross section. Are you not aware of that? Have you not ever seen the actual, the books that show the circle of equal altitude, showing that it has a curved inner part? I mean, quantum erasure shows that quite often. Quantum erasure shows that quite often.
You're making a fool of yourself.
Yeah, of course I am, because again, I'm the one that's used the sextant. You clearly have never.
Oh. Well, you're asking me about everything. You didn't know anything about it, and you're asking me about something.
Because you told me that you could teach me, and I'm still waiting for you to teach me. You haven't said anything right yet, so it's kind of hard to teach me when you can't say anything right.
What's right?
Well, nothing you've said has been right so far.
No, okay, give me. I'll listen to you now. What's right about it?
Nothing.
Do you have something right? So you're not able to say anything. You're just talking out of your ass. You cannot say anything.
Again, you're supposed to be teaching me how to use a sextant. So, what do I do with these angles? I've got so like let's say you understand how to do the measurement of the angles, which you clearly don't. But let's say you do, because you didn't even talk about applying the refraction corrections, which are very important, of course. You didn't even talk about the corrections to make sure that the actual piece of equipment is working properly, which are also very important. You didn't talk about those, but let's assume that we've got 3 angles, right? And we've mapped out 3 circles of equal altitude. What do I do now? How do I use that data to find where I am and to get where I'm going?
Yeah, you're like a child asking simple questions. But I will tell you, for example, if you have a 50-degree sighting of the sun above the horizon, that is a right angle triangle, and now you have to subtract from
there's no triangles
the 90
in celestial navigation.
From the 90. And if
no
you subtract
in
from 90,
navigation. There's no
I'm
triangles
talking with you.
Yeah, but there's no triangles in celestial navigation, so maybe
why
try
are you
again.
talking on me? I'm not finished.
But yeah, but you said triangles, so maybe start again, because there's no triangles in celestial navigation, so maybe you
I'm
should
talking
start
with
again.
you. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking with you. What's happening if you subtract from 90 and if you have sighting to the sun? That's
Yeah, I think you're trying to talk about the co-altitude, but you're not saying the right things.
I'm saying if you have a 50-degree sighting of the sun, I'm saying above the horizon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes. That is a right angle triangle, right?
no,
and
you
now
don't
you have
there's
to
no triangles in celestial navigation, so I don't know.
I will give you the explanation now, and for the audience also. Don't talk over me now, because I'm telling you, you have to subtract from the 90 then.
Subtract what from
that
90?
50? That 50 that I'm citing from.
And what does that give you?
Then,
what's the name of that angle that you then get?
Okay, then you will get 40.
Yeah. So, all right, that 40, what's the name of that angle?
Yes, then you have to take 40 times 60 nautical miles.
Yeah, hold on. That 40 degrees.
No, I don't, hold on. You have to understand what I'm saying.
Wait. I'm trying to learn. I need to know. So that 40 degrees, what's the name of that angle?
That's not a name.
It definitely has a name, like co-altitude. Maybe you've not heard of it.
Elevation angle is the name of it, yes.
Well, no, you took the elevation angle, but then you've subtracted it, and then what does that give you after that?
I'm telling you, if you take this 50 from the 90, then you get 40, then you have to say 40 times 60 nautical miles, then you get 2,400 nautical miles away from the GP. That is giving you GP.
Oh, yeah, so the 60 nautical miles. There you go. You've just used the radius of the Earth.
Going up to the sun, yes.
You've just used the radius of the Earth.
That you need
the 60 nautical miles. You've just used the radius of the Earth for that. You know that, right?
No, it's not. You need
because it's 69.1 miles or 60 nautical miles per degree. That is the radius of the Earth. You have just used the radius of the Earth. So I thought you were telling me about it on a flat plane. The 60 nautical miles per degree. Again, the 60 nautical miles per degree is based on the Earth's radius.
You're wrong again. Only that
did you not know that? Baseline. Did you not know? There's no flat baseline. The baseline is imaginary.
You need a flat baseline to do that.
Again, the baseline is an imaginary line.
You will never get 90 degrees without that. You need a flat baseline to get 90.
You need to listen. The baseline is an imaginary line. It's not the surface of the Earth.
No, it isn't.
It is literally an imaginary line. Your Papa Flerfs, Nathan Oakley, quotes it all the time about it being an imaginary line.
No, you need sea level. Everything is about the sea level.
Again, the baseline is an imaginary line.
Imaginary? Yes. No, it is. Yeah, it can be imaginary line if you're high in the sky. You can say it, but you have to also
at any point that you never take a reading from sea level. It's always an imaginary line.
But that's the real line, as everybody.
No, the baseline is an imaginary line. It's not real.
Hey, all the fucking things you're doing on the Earth, all the fucking things, bridge or whatsoever, everything is taken from sea level. Just
No,
you
it's
know.
not. You know, it's not taken from sea level. It's always taken from above sea level.
You're the man that's giving us the news.
Are
Good,
you
you're
aware that
not,
I was in the Royal Navy?
You're just like a CNN or something. Nobody can take you
You realise
serious.
that I was in the Royal Navy, and I know that everything you're saying is bullshit.
Johnny was a King's Guard.
Yeah, not the Royal Navy.
Anyway. But I'm just saying that's how Celestial navigates on his platform.
Yeah, and when you said you take figure out your distance from the GP, it's the 60 nautical miles per degree. That uses the radius of the Earth. It doesn't work on a flat plane. There is no. Hold on. The 60 nautical miles per degree. The 60 nautical miles per degree, or 69.1 statute miles per degree, is something that only works on a globe. If that is the case, if it is always, hold on, I'm still talking. I've done the maths actually. If you keep the 60 nautical miles per degree, that gives conflicting positions for the objects in the sky. And again, this is actually something that I mapped out. So if you could maybe turn your attention to the screen, if you figured out how to do that yet, I will explain it to you, because it's very simple with maths. Right? You figured it out yet? You figured out how to look at the Discord screen that you're talking on?
I was on your the Discord screen, and it just scrolling. I was scrolling and scrolling, so no way, Jose.
So you can't look at the screen that I'm showing the video on right now?
It's scrolling. It's still scrolling.
Nothing's scrolling.
Absolutely, it's scrolling. I'm not seeing anything.
Do you see my camera? FTFE, right?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah.
What's on it right now?
I was.
Click my camera so it goes big, and you will see that I am displaying something on it.
Black screen with scrolling.
Now, anyone else in the room, do you see what I'm displaying?
Yes, we do, Craig.
I don't see it.
Right, so it's not my fault that you're useless at tech. Maybe just listen. Right?
Leave the room and return, Johnny.
Who cares? Okay,
so
but it doesn't matter. Huh?
Right, here we go. So this is why 69.1 miles or 6 nautical miles per degree is a massive problem for the flat Earth, right? So let's say, for instance, you are standing underneath Polaris. Polaris is directly 90 degrees above you, all right? What happens...
if it is 90 degrees, you have to stand absolutely under it, of course.
Okay, this is the time when you need to be quiet and listen, all right? Because it involves maths and paying attention. So, if you're directly underneath Polaris is
you're the kid in the house.
You are the kid in the house. Again, 90 degrees above you, okay? What happens if you move 60 nautical miles or 69.1 statute miles away, right? What happens to the position of Polaris? It's now no longer 90 degrees, it's at 89 degrees, right? So...
every degree is 1 minute, yes. And,
which means that if you do trigonometry based on the details that you have,
you cannot use that. That's ridiculous.
I'm still you're the one that said there's triangles, and if there's triangles, then you can do trigonometry, right? So let's say we're now. Will you let me talk?
No. Yeah, you can say that, but nobody's using that. Therefore, I say no.
You said there's a right angle triangle. You said there's a right angle triangle. You said there's a right angle triangle, and now I am presenting the problems with that. So please pay attention.
Yeah, but nobody's using it, and we are navigating without this fucking shit that you're trying to say.
That's why I'm showing it's impossible on a flat Earth, because if you're saying the Earth is flat, 60 nautical miles per degree is a problem, and I am explaining why. So pay attention. So, if we are 69.1 miles, statute miles, or 60 nautical miles away from the GP of Polaris, Polaris is 89 degrees, right? That means that we can do trigonometry. We have all the sides of the triangle we need to figure out the height of Polaris above a flat Earth. And at 1 degree down, at 69.1 miles away, Polaris is 3,953 miles up, right? That is what You have said, because you've said it's a triangle. Listen, right? You said it's a triangle. You said that this happens 60 nautical miles per degree. So using the triangle, we can do the trigonometry, and we can figure out how high above the surface of the Earth Polaris would be if the Earth was flat. And we find it would be 3,953 miles. Now, let's move another 69.1 miles, or 60 nautical miles away. How many degrees now is Polaris in the sky? Polaris is now 88 degrees because it's dropped by 2 degrees because we've moved 2 lots of 60 nautical miles. Right, so now we can do the same thing. We can do the maths to figure out how high in the sky Polaris is going to be. And based on the distances that we know are real, the 138.2 statute miles and the 88 degrees, we can calculate that Polaris is now 3,952 miles in the sky. For some reason, Polaris is 1 mile lower than it was when we were 69.1 miles closer in. Then it gets even worse. Let's take it out and do, I don't know. Oh, there's some ugly git there on the screen. We don't want to see that.
That sounds like some very
let's take it out to 1,725 miles away from the GP of Polaris, right?
Everything that you're saying is wrong.
I'm still talking. I'm still talking. I'm still talking, right? So now let's take it 1,725 miles away from the GP of Polaris, which means that if we took a measurement of Polaris, we would find it was 75 degrees. Brilliant. We've got everything we need to be able to do some trigonometry once again and figure out what the height of Polaris is now. The height of Polaris is now 3,699 miles in the sky, which is different from the previous 2 measurements. If we are to say that it's always 60 nautical miles, that is a problem for the flat Earth because it now gives us conflicting positions for celestial objects.
It's a proof.
So are you telling me that? Are you telling me that Polaris is in multiple positions in the sky at the same time?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's part of my argument.
Is Polaris in multiple positions? Is there more than one Polaris? Is it Polaris I? Is there multiple Polaris? Why is it in different positions in the sky based on how far away you are? You know when this works? You know when the 60 nautical miles or the 60 nautical miles work? You know when that works? That works when the Earth is a globe. It works only when the Earth. It works only when the Earth is a globe. You cannot debunk the mathematics. You cannot debunk the mathematics that I have just brought up. It's a problem for flat Earth.
I'm talking about the fucking reality, not your fucking...
No, that was all based on reality. Everything that I did there was based on reality.
Okay, first of all, you're not able to take any angle to the Polaris if you don't have a flat baseline in the first place.
Yes, you are, absolutely. You know, the baseline's imaginary. You can take angle measurements from a horizon, and a horizon doesn't have to be flat.
Then you have to zoom out the mark. The surface is absolutely flat.
No, you don't, because the baseline is an imaginary.
Oh! How can you get an anti? How can you get angle? You cannot get angle without.
Well, that's the problem. So, you don't actually use triangles.
All of your fucking talking was meaningless.
But that's the problem, right? That's why it's wrong, because you don't use triangles. That's not how it works.
Oh, I can't. Right, everybody has used
that. There is no triangles in celestial navigation.
Nobody is using this fucking fantasy that you are bringing. Nobody understands what
I just did was show the flat Earth. What I did was show the flat Earth. But what you've done is show that you're clueless about how sextants work because there's no triangles in celestial navigation.
You're lost. You're just like a kid.
Again,
and you're younger than me.
How old
are you? Not a kid.
How old are you?
Just so you know.
How old are you?
I'm 60.
You're 60, right? Well, I'm 40, right? And I was in the Royal Navy, actually did navigation. You were not in the Navy. You have never touched a sextant in your life.
Oh, so you know everything.
I know how to use a sextant, yes.
Maybe on this, yes.
Yeah, I know how to use a sextant, and everything that you have said is wrong. Categorically wrong.
You're acting like a kid. You don't know
is that all you've got to say? Is that all it is? You're ad homing because you cannot back up anything that you're saying.
the thing is he has the experience and the knowledge and all the credentials to back this up, and he did it. And so now you have to argue with him on this particular topic, and it's not going to go well for you if you don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah,
so,
the fact is that the baseline is not the surface of the Earth. So you do not have to have a flat baseline.
You're quite funny, you.
No, this is a fact. You can laugh all you want, but it is a fact. The baseline is not the surface of the Earth. It's not.
It's not just not. It's not a fact. Maybe it's fact in your fucking mind, but
no, it's a fact in celestial navigation that the baseline is not the surface of the Earth. This is just a fact.
Yeah. You will not be able to save your life if you're on the ocean.
No, I've done it. I've actually done the celestial navigation. You never have. I'm just telling you, it is an outright fact that the baseline...
I'm a sailor.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop lying. You are not a sailor.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Why are you lying? Because I actually am.
I've been on so many fucking... from small to big...
No, you haven't. Stop lying. You've never touched a sextant in your life. You've never navigated in your life. You don't understand what celestial navigation is.
Are you crying? You have lost
I'm
the
telling
argument.
you facts.
Okay.
You lost the argument as soon as you said 60 nautical miles per degree. Because that only works if the Earth is a globe. It only works if the Earth is a globe.
You're not. I will not. I cannot listen to you cry. Okay,
no one's crying, buddy, apart from you, because you don't understand.
We will talk about
60 nautical miles per degree.
Shut the fuck up.
60 nautical miles per degree means the Earth is a globe.
Now we'll talk about the air pressure. Now we'll talk about how you can have.
Okay, right. We get there. But just to clarify, 60 nautical miles per degree means the Earth is a globe. So next point.
How do you think the atmosphere is working? Do you think the atmosphere is spinning with the globe, or is the atmosphere?
Yes, the atmosphere rotates with the globe.
Yeah, but how can it test the globe and be dynamic system in the same time?
Easy. There can be movement. This is called relative motion. There can be movements within it. The atmosphere in general rotates with the Earth, but weather systems can move independently because of high and low pressure. You're saying something can be. The entire atmosphere is rotating with the Earth. I'm trying to tell you, the entire atmosphere is rotating with the Earth, but weather systems can move independently because of changes in high and low pressure.
So the atmosphere and the Earth is in the same reference frame in your mind?
Yes, the atmosphere and the Earth are the same reference frame, yes.
Okay. How can you have a Coriolis then?
Because Coriolis is to do with two reference frames and not the atmosphere.
Do you know what Coriolis is?
I've got a degree in physics. I'm very aware of what Coriolis is, yes. In fact, I've measured Earth's rotation using Coriolis.
What is the definition of Coriolis?
In what frame? What are you talking about? Two-dimensional, three-dimensional?
No, I am talking about very clean definition of Coriolis.
Yeah, two-dimensional or three-dimensional? What do you want?
That's the wrong answer, and it's a mild-formed question from your house.
Are you talking about Coriolis on a two-dimensional plane, or are you talking about Coriolis on a three-dimensional sphere? Which one is it?
No, I'm talking about your definition of Coriolis before we start talking about it.
Well, Coriolis on Earth is due to the conservation of momentum.
About what?
I'm still talking. Coriolis on Earth is due. I'm still talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm allowed to start if that happens. So what? Who cares? Coriolis on Earth is due to the conservation of momentum and a change in linear speed of the Earth as you move latitudes. That's all.
Okay, that is your definition. Then we don't have the same understanding what Coriolis is. No,
so you don't understand what Coriolis is. What's the formula for Coriolis? Could you tell me?
I will give you. There's a lot in
what's the formula for Coriolis on Earth? What's the formula for Coriolis on Earth? Do you know?
Do you know Coriolis was just a Frenchman that was a mathematician?
So what's the formula for Coriolis on Earth? Do you know? Or
it's only about illusion.
But do you know what the Coriolis?
So it's not real. It's not real. So
could you tell me?
If it is a pseudo-force, then it's not real force, right?
No, that's not what that means. It's an inertial force. Could you tell me what the formula for the Coriolis force is on Earth, please?
So my definition is
no, the formula. I'd like to know the formula for the Coriolis on Earth, please.
It's an illusion between two reference
that's wrong.
frames. But
it's not an illusion. That's wrong. So you know.
But you are saying there's just one reference frame of everything, so you cannot.
No, I never said that.
That's
a nice straw man of my words. No, well done.
Yeah, no, you said that. You can back the tape and the.
I said the atmosphere is moving with the Earth. That doesn't stop Coriolis.
Absolutely, and you said also it's in the same reference frame then.
The atmosphere is in general the same reference frame, but when there are individual air molecules moving because of height and low pressure,
talking against yourself.
I'm still talking. It's amazing that you're afraid to hear the answer. It's amazing. It's amazing how afraid to hear the answer you actually are, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's amazing how afraid. It's amazing how afraid to hear the answer that you are. Yeah, of course. Me with a degree. When did you get your degree in physics? Just out of interest.
Do you know, I have a lot of degree.
Well, just out of interest, when did you get your degree in physics? Could you tell me?
I have.
So when did you get your degree in physics?
It doesn't matter.
And when did you get your degree in physics? Could you tell me?
Shut the fuck up.
Could you tell me when you got your degree in physics? No. Well, how about you be quiet and learn from the person
that
has a degree in physics, right?
It's not relevant. You have the question and you're trying to reflect from the question because
I tried to answer the question, but every time I try to answer the question, you are too afraid to hear it. So I'm going to answer again. Shut your fucking mouth and listen, little girl. So.
Oh, are you crying now?
You think I'm the one that's crying? Every time you're afraid to hear the answer, you're the one that's crying.
No,
you realize that?
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it for many minutes now.
Oh, well, every time I try to speak, you interrupt me.
Because you're talking about something that's not relevant to my
No,
question.
I'm talking about Coriolis. So you never told me, what's the equation for Coriolis force on Earth?
If you're able to do that, I will shut the fuck up. I have really open ears.
Okay, right. So the atmosphere in general moves with the Earth, but when there is a difference in pressure in the atmosphere, individual air molecules move from low to high, from the pressure. That's what happens. Okay, so in general, the atmosphere is moving. I'm still talking. You said you're going to listen. You lied once again, proving that flat earthers are liars. Now be quiet. So when the movement from one pressure system to another happens, that air molecule now becomes something that is moving, that is in a different reference frame, because the entire atmosphere as a whole moves with the Earth, but individual air systems that are moving from point A to B are affected by Coriolis because they're in a different reference frame, because they're moving.
It has nothing to do with it. If it is a pseudo force, it's an illusion.
No, it's an inertial force. It's an inertial force. Get it right.
Yeah. If you're looking from the Earth, and if you're on a moving Earth, everything has to shifting away from you. It will be like
you're puppet Flerf Nathan Oakley.
You will see everything drifting away from you.
Let's see how little you know about the Coriolis force, right? On Earth,
that's the reality.
Let's see how little you know about.
I'm not saying that Coriolis is not reality.
Stop shouting.
But we are not seeing
Stop shouting. Stop
I'm not shouting. You are shouting. You are losing.
Literally, you're the one that's shouting. Right. I'm going to ask you a question about Coriolis. Okay. I want you to tell me what the predictions of Coriolis are in this circumstance. All right. So we are on Earth that is rotating and is the radius that we say it is. We are at the equator. Okay. We fire a projectile from the equator north, directly north. According to Coriolis, what is the predictions of that projectile? What is going to happen to it?
You're just exposing now. You don't understand what I'm saying. I was telling you it was a suitable
I've just asked you a question about Coriolis, right? This is a very specific question about Coriolis, and will show me
because you're thinking
what is the predictions of Coriolis in that circumstance? What is going to happen to that projectile that you have fired north?
Listen. Maybe you're talking about something else. Then you have to call it something else.
I guess you're not talking about Coriolis.
Right.
So,
you have to say,
according to Coriolis,
the name is something else.
According to right, just listen to the question. According to Coriolis, when I fire the projectile north from the equator on a rotating Earth, what will that projectile do? Will it go ahead of
It
Earth's
will not.
rotation?
You're wrong. Why are you wasting power in nothing else? Nonsense.
I hadn't finished the question. You don't even know what I was going to give you multiple choice, right? So maybe listen to the two options and tell me which one of them is the correct option. Right?
I'm telling you, there's no option. You have to call it something else then.
No, this is Coriolis. This is the predictions of Coriolis. Okay.
So, sorry, all the names for it. Okay,
according to Coriolis, right?
Okay, you lost this argument also. Okay,
right. So according to the predictions of Coriolis, if I'm on a rotating Earth at the equator and I fire a projectile north, will that projectile A go ahead of the Earth's rotation, or B, fall behind the Earth's rotation? What is the predictions of Coriolis in that circumstance?
Okay. You lost this argument. Okay, now we go to the distance.
Wait. Are you going to answer the question about Coriolis?
Measurement.
Are you going to answer the questions about Coriolis?
I told you you don't know what Coriolis is. So it's over.
No.
You lost the argument.
So what you're saying is you don't know what the predictions of Coriolis is.
You have to. That you're talking about has nothing to do with Coriolis.
That is Coriolis.
Probably a lot of things.
This is Coriolis. This is literally an example of Coriolis. That there will be a deflection to something traveling north from the equator. It's a ballistic projectile. It has no power. Okay. It has been fired north from the equator on a rotating Earth. What will happen to that projectile according to Coriolis?
You cannot say anything more. I have exposed you, and if you don't understand that, you're just like a kid.
What you're saying is you have no idea what Coriolis is because you can't answer the question about the predictions of Coriolis.
Okay, you lost this argument. Now we go to the distance.
No. So what you're saying is that you can't answer the question because you don't understand Coriolis enough, right?
I was absolutely clear what I was saying, and
if you understand Coriolis, then you could answer the question. What's the predictions of Coriolis when you fire a projectile north from the equator on a rotating Earth?
If you want to talk about something else, then you have to call it
that is Coriolis. Coriolis will give us a prediction that something will happen to that projectile.
You don't know what it is.
Yes or no?
You don't know what Coriolis is.
So what you're saying is you think you know more about Coriolis than every physics professor in the world. Is that right?
No, you're absolutely wrong because I know it was Frenchman.
I was taught physics. I was taught Coriolis.
True force cannot make any changes. It's an illusion.
It's an inertial force. It's not an illusion. It's an inertial force.
Oh, it's like you're talking about centrifugal force or something like that. Oh, okay. Call it centrifugal force.
Coriolis force is like centrifugal force. They are both inertial forces.
Centrifugal force is more real. That's real.
Centrifugal force is a real thing, just like Coriolis. They're both inertial forces.
No, Coriolis is just an optical illusion.
No, Coriolis is the thing that happens. We calculate it for it in the military when we fire our stuff. Yeah. Right? If the Coriolis isn't a thing, why is there calculations on military manuals for firing artillery to correct for the Coriolis? Why does that exist?
You think Coriolis is if you're on the same plane and you move something on the same plane in the same reference.
Why can't you answer any of my questions? Why are you afraid to answer my questions?
Because you're using failed term.
Why are you afraid to answer my questions? Why are you afraid to answer my questions? You realize how badly you've been destroyed here, right?
I am telling you, I've won this.
Why are you afraid to answer my questions?
Because you need two reference frames to make Coriolis effect.
And a ballistic projectile traveling through the atmosphere of Earth is in a different reference frame. So,
and you say that everything is in the same reference frame, and you have.
Everything's in every reference frame all the time. You know that, right?
You cannot have it both ways. You cannot have it both.
Wait. Did you not know that everything is in every reference frame at every?
Do you know? You have to know if you lost the argument. I have one.
No, I'm serious. This is a basic question about physics. Okay. Did you know that you lost every reference frame?
Fuck you. You're lost. Okay. Now we talk about how
you know that you're in every reference frame all the time. Did you know that?
Okay. Fuck you.
All right. Do me a favor. Define a reference frame for me.
I have told you need two reference frames.
Now define a reference frame.
You just have one. You say, I just have one.
Now define the reference frame for me. Now define a reference frame for me. Can you do that?
You're a crybaby, and you think that you know everything. And
easy on the insults, man. Easy on the insults. Or
Like,
the ad
you're the one
hominems, or
that is
whatever they want to
crying
call it.
and panicking and
Just easy on it.
shouting and refusing to answer questions. You are like,
you're
Flerf
talking to
101,
you,
mate. It's
FTFE.
hilarious.
I wasn't talking to you, FTFE. I was talking to Johnny.
No,
Sorry.
I know you were. Johnny is being a perfect Flerf right now. Like, not understanding anything, not answering any questions, insulting because he's scared.
Oh, you're crying. You're crying.
And that's why I don't. I don't.
Oh,
say
which part of me
anything unless I
laughing at
have
you was
to.
crying?
You're a loser.
I'm a what?
I'm walking
it doesn't
over.
matter.
You're walking over me by you not understanding what Coriolis is. You misunderstand Coriolis so much that you can't answer the question.
You're out.
Why can't you answer the question about Coriolis that I asked you?
Oh, because you said you just are in one reference frame. So why are you talking about Coriolis? Because you need two reference frames.
Yeah, again, a ballistic projectile is in a
never
different
said
reference
he
frame.
needed a reference frame at all. That is just bogus.
I mean, you're just making up things. But again, a ballistic projectile is in a different reference frame.
Yeah.
So
take the tape back. He said he was in one reference frame.
Yeah, anyone can do that.
Everything.
Yeah, everything is in every reference frame all the time.
You're a loser. You're a loser. Okay, can we talk now about over long distance?
Did you not know
how you can? Oh, are you afraid now?
Did you not know that you're in every reference frame all the time? Did you not know that?
Yeah. Okay. I haven't talked about. I won this argument. You're just crying.
Now, how can you have won an argument if you'd never answered any of my questions?
All of your question is irrelevant. It's meaningless because
you don't understand them.
You're in one
yeah.
reference frame.
That's the problem. People that don't understand things won't answer the questions about them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then we can say we can agree with this.
You could just say you don't understand the question, or the answer, or whatever.
How to tie shoelaces. How to eat breakfast without stabbing his eye with a spoon.
It's no problem like losing one part of the debate. You might come back and fucking uppercut FTFE with something else, you know?
I would put all of my money on it that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I hear that. Like FTFE, he earlier said he said I have a degree in physics and high pressure. It goes from low pressure to high pressure. That was weird.
Then I corrected myself. You realised that after I said it.
I will go to long distance measurement now. And a long distance measurement will prove over long distance.
Like the long distance measurements of the transcontinental triangulation of the American arc of the parallel that measured the curve of the Earth over the entire continental United States.
Bet you can't say that backwards, Craig.
No, I probably can't. You're right.
Yeah, nobody can. What the fuck did you just say? Is what
I said. The transcontinental triangulation
of
of the American arc of the parallel that measured the curve of the Earth over the entire continental United States.
Are you trying to speak very fast now?
Actually, what you just
speak very fast.
That is pretty amazing, Craig.
You will lose everything if you try to Johnny. If you try to debate Johnny B, I will eat you. I will eat you. Just like
that's not happened yet.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry, you know?
Craig always explains things simply, so he should be able to at least explain this, so maybe I get a grasp on that. You say that again, and can you explain it in detail, Craig?
Yeah, I'm talking. Right, it's a geodetic survey conducted by Wallace and his team in the late 1800s called the Transcontinental Triangulation of the American Arc of the Parallel. It was the measurement of Earth's radius done over the continental United States.
Yeah, I'm talking about how radio waves and radio connection goes in a straight line outside. And straight line outside the technology is nothing that you can use.
You ever heard of a radar horizon?
Spherical Earth.
Yeah, you ever heard of a radar horizon?
I know everything about that. There is no
explain a radar horizon to me and why the radar horizon matches the radius of the Earth.
No. It's just about more power, and you will go through that.
No, that's not true in the slightest. Why does the radar horizon get further the higher you get?
It was just about the power of the radar.
No, you can keep the same power, move further away from the surface of the Earth, and get a further radar horizon as you rise up in altitude. No change of power. So that.
So you know everything about that.
Again, Royal Navy.
I am a fucking captain.
Royal Navy used quite a lot of radar.
I know what I'm talking about.
You clearly don't.
So
because
you don't know. You don't know shit.
You've just shown that you don't know what a radar horizon is. That was quite interesting.
No, you don't know. Let's say that the radar horizon is just
it's a limit because of the curve of the Earth. Raise the radar up, the radar horizon gets further away. Why is that?
It's about the power, nothing else.
Yeah, no, incorrect, because you can keep the same power, raise up the radar, and increase the radar horizon. Why is that?
What do you mean with that? Do you know what you're talking about?
John, what do you mean the power through what? Like, what's the power trying to get through? What does the power matter?
Yeah, he thinks that if you turn up the power, you can increase your radar horizon. I mean, that's fucking hilarious.
It's about, but it's just like I had a double radar. If you set full power, you can cook, pass on.
Doesn't change the distance to the radar horizon.
It's just like a micro.
You know what does change the distance to the radar horizon? Is raising your altitude.
Anyways, you need a line of sight. That's
line of sight for what?
And also you need the 40.
Yeah, sorry. You said line of sight. Can you explain what you mean? What does line of sight to what?
To the receiver. Or to the target.
Oh, well, it's funny when you can't see the receiver. Yeah, you do need a line of sight to the receiver, and it's funny when you can't see the receiver when it's hidden by the curve of the Earth. Huh? And, there's targets. They're generally up in the air, so looking at them is no problem.
Okay, and also, if you're talking about radio waves, if you send radio signal over, like they did from Italy and over to Greece and over 200.
Yeah, you ever heard of ionospheric bouncing? It's
2,040 miles.
Yeah. Again, you ever heard of ionospheric bouncing?
Please explain that in great detail, Craig, because I'd call it atmospheric bouncing, just to screw with people. Yeah. But go on with that,
so
please.
Basically, at certain frequencies, because the ionosphere is, full of charged particles, certain frequencies aren't big enough to get through the gaps in the charged particles in the ionosphere, which makes the radio waves bounce off of the ionosphere and come back down to the ground, and then bounce up to the ionosphere and then come down to the ground. So you get something called ionospheric bouncing, which can make radio waves travel around the curve of the Earth.
You cannot do that.
God, that's
you need frequency that will fit that, and the frequency.
No, it doesn't need any frequency because it works already. Like everybody already did this a billion times, and they tried it a bunch of different ways. They tried to prove flat Earth before doing this, and they did it. And then they're like, "Nope, it's the globe. It's the ionosphere."
So like, we
tried to call it the ionosphere, but it didn't work. And then it was the ionosphere.
All right, so
I understand, but I'm telling you, you cannot bouncing any radio signal of all frequencies, and the frequency that we are using is not able to go high up to the ionosphere and bouncing it over somewhere. It's not working like that.
Got any evidence of that?
Yes, that's known because that has been proved. There is a 30 decibel or something. You are not able to do that.
You got any evidence of that? You're just saying it. It's that's not a thing.
You do have to have a certain tuning, right? FTFE can't.
I should really know. People that is debating, you should know that.
Can I ask a dumb question here, Craig? Actually, never mind. Forget it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Never mind. Forget it.
Right.
So there's a dome over top that we shoot radio waves at? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, we'd be able to see the dome with radar. We really can't.
But you can tell it's there by shooting radar at the dome and it bouncing back. Like which way would it bounce? Is the dome? Is it a flat dome?
Yeah, if it was a dome,
When it bounced
then
right
it
back
wouldn't
at
bounce
you.
like you would get weird fucking angles and shit from the bounce.
Right. It'd be a weird angle if it was a dome, right? Like, so it's not an ionosphere at all.
It does reflect off of what we could call the dome. It's the upper atmosphere, and that's and no radar.
I mean, if you say it's a dome around the
curves.
entire Earth, I guess, yeah. But you know, radar quite clearly shows that the Earth's a globe. So I'm not really sure why Johnny B brought it
How
up.
does it show it's a globe when it doesn't even curve itself?
Why would the radar curve itself?
The radar.
It sounds like you don't know anything, Creek.
Why would the radar curve itself? I mean, it is
you
subject to a bit of refraction, but why would it curve itself? That makes no sense.
Well, curve around your wonderful ball.
I mean,
What radar beam are you talking about?
Why would it curve?
Well, you are saying it proves you're around Earth.
Yeah, because a radar horizon shows that, you know, the Earth's a globe. It's
No, it's not.
Brilliant evidence.
The thing
It
is,
absolutely
radar
does.
horizon is just the distance the radar goes.
No, it's not. The fact that the horizon
add on.
increases when you raise your altitude.
This is a red rhetoric topic here. I just got to throw in, and this is very well proven. Radar signal bounces off the moon. We know that. We've done it a billion times.
We've measured not just the moon, but in 1967 they measured the distance to the sun with radar at 93 million miles.
Did they?
Yes.
Did
How
they?
did you get through the ionosphere?
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that.
You can change the frequency of it.
I thought they just kept
Would you like me to post the?
Oh, it's so
paper
amazing. We're just slaughtering Flerfs right now. I'm sorry.
Craig, can I tell you
So
why
happy.
you're wrong about
It's
the
just questions.
ionosphere?
Like, how do they get through the
I'm not. You
ionosphere?
can tell me why you don't understand what I said, but you know.
Okay. Let me tell you real quick. In the 1950s, I watched a video where they gave all the birds on Earth aluminum powder, and when those birds had babies, they were covered in that aluminum powder.
They gave
And
all the birds on
now
Earth
reflect-
aluminum powder.
Yes. Yes, and now all the birds on Earth reflect the radio waves, and that's why we think it goes around the Earth, or really, and I watched it on a video on YouTube, so it is true.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Is this what I mean? Is this how you prove the globe by like not clarifying what shape this ionosphere is, and is it a sphere shape, right? And how you're getting radio waves
a sphere
through
around
it?
Earth, yeah. But anyway,
Okay, so
here
it's a sphere. So when you
is.
hit the
I've just posted in the main text chat the measurements of the sun with radar done in the 60s. So
and that got right through the ionosphere.
That was done in the 60s?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can read it there. It's all the papers there.
yeah, you
peruse
can
it at
read
your
that.
own.
We're talking about.
If you want to go nut up
Yeah, I
to
heard
the
about
experiment,
Dr.
that's
Seuss
fine.
books
If you
too.
want to nut it because you don't understand it, I completely get it.
Yeah, we don't understand Dr. Seuss in space with Sandra Bullock holding hands.
I actually like.
How about do you understand? Do you understand Bendy PSI? Can you show us where your PSI
I forgot
been?
to tell you about. I should have warned you about that FTFE.
Hey, fight the physics.
PSI.
Can you show us where the fucking PSI bins around hills and down around the fucking cliffs and mountains live with a side view, please? The same type of side view that your fucking surveying books have, right? That side view, that beautiful beam footage. Do you have
Ladies and
to
gentlemen,
have
this
some
is
PSI
Democ
going
is a
around the
random
ball?
word generator.
So you don't
I'm
have
not entirely
PSI
sure that Democ
going
is
around the
human.
ball.
I think he may be a poorly programmed AI.
The PSI that doesn't go around your ball, fucking retard.
He says crazy things like he's asking me now for bendy PSI.
Yeah, where's that at?
Yeah,
Where's
I'm
your
absolutely
PSI? Where's
convinced
your
that
fucking glow PSI,
it's some
cunt?
kind of like language model that
If my
hasn't gone
feet
off the
are
rails.
standing on the top of the ball, it's like PSI is supposed to go down and stay the same everywhere from my feet, cunt. I'm on top of the ball. Do you understand fighting physics?
Programmed AI.
Fighting physics.
That's so funny.
Ashtray eater. Do you understand? Do you have any evidence live of a drone
Are you
or
an
any
actual
fly?
programmed
Dude, will you
AI?
shut the fuck up?
No,
Shut the fuck up.
Demo, are you a human? Yes or no? I think we need a Turing test, guys. I think we need a Turing test to prove that Democ's a real person here.
How many
you guys are PSI? We need 14 PSI going around mountains and shit, going over your house and down below and all around.
Shit.
Come on, Bendy PSI, buddy. Prove you're on the globe. It's your one chance. Fight the physics. You got one chance.
He doesn't understand how the globe works.
Talking. Shut the fuck up, you drunk cunt. Fight the physics. You got one chance. Your knees are weak. Your arms are sweaty.
Yeah.
Spaghetti on your sweater already.
Yeah,
all right?
I only got one shot.
From the notes that you wrote down. Your globe, right? The physics, right? Don't fight them.
Do you mean something different when you say physics to me? When you say physics, do you mean something different to me, or?
I mean, where's your Bendy PSI, bitch?
Yeah, everywhere.
You know, shouting.
14 PSI. Show us where it goes down below your feet and stays that.
Let's
show me where the PSI goes down below my feet.
Yeah, show us.
Those were definitely words, but it doesn't make a sentence.
PSI around a ball, around a curve, around your hill, around your imaginary ball globe. Can you demonstrate? Can you demonstrate 15 feet elevation the whole time while going down with a side view? Retard fuck.
FTFE, this is what I've been dealing with for the last month.
Shut the fuck up,
I've been going nuts, bro.
I need to find out who programmed it, because
all we need is PSI bending live. Can you go outside and fly a drone down? Show us how the fucking 14 PSI stays the same. Going down.
You didn't keep your boy Pat on a leash, FTFE, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
You didn't keep him on a leash.
PSI isn't flat.
This isn't.
Show us. Demonstrate that, dumb cunt. Quit talking out your fucking preacher ass. Religious PSI, bitch. Demonstrate non-horizontal PSI right now.
Someone try demo
non-horizontal PSI. Can I get it? You don't have Bendy PSI, do you?
Maybe
no
I don't know. Democ restart.
It's like little Democ's that's killed your whole globe.
Maybe there's an issue with the collections to when you're.
Can you go collect some Bendy PSI? 14 of it for starters.
I think he's stuck in a loop.
I don't. So I actually don't think anybody out there has Bendy PSI for you.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Specifically.
Right.
Yes.
That's why you're on a horizontal plane with horizontal PSI. Because I can't find the Bendy PSI. I can't find the Bendy down, around, backwards, up and down PSI.
You aren't looking hard enough. You aren't looking hard enough.
Have you had enough, lion, cunt? Fight the physics? Are you going to physically demonstrate your fucking drone fly down, but stay at the same elevation or PSI?
Sure, why not?
Show us. Go get at the top of a mountain and fly it down.
Yeah, sure, no worries. I'll just pop out to the mountain. No worries.
Yeah, cornbread. The mountain's not connected to your
guys, any of you got a mountain handy?
It's not a curve. Yeah, that's not the soil of your
water.
earth. Yeah, we know. Yes, we know how fucking dumb you are, bitch. He claims the mountain is not a part of his earth. The curve in his backyard.
What did I say? I said mountains in the part of earth, did I?
Down in the wintertime, the hill you sled down in your backyard, it's a curve, bitch. Go show the PSI, follow it, ho.
I hear bong.
Yeah, you need to go get a fucking redo on your physics. Show us where your globe, curved dirt, bendy dirt, and that PSI.
Wait, I've got to show you what? I've got to show you my globe, curved dirt, bendy dirt.
Yeah, it's not that simple. You
gotta show the bend dirt.
Your non-horizontal PSI.
But you gotta show the
guys.
I don't know what's happened.
Can someone go and get Democ's medication for him?
Yeah, my medication would be Bendy PSI.
Bendy PSI. Do we have that
or
on
water that doesn't flow on a cliff?
Doctor,
go get me. Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut your pit bull up. Why do you got a dog in here barking?
Well,
I thought that was you talking, if I'm honest, Democ.
You got a fucking drunk dog.
I don't know this dude. Very well.
Hey guys, fight the physical earth.
I'm on your side,
Fight the horse. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. It's the only way you're on my side is by shutting the fuck up. Fight the horizontal physics.
Only Democ can speak when
Fight the horizontal physics. Can you please demonstrate Bendy PSI? In the elevation,
I'm
please.
masturbating.
Yeah, we know. That's all you know how to do. Is that what a globe is to you? You masturbating is a globe?
I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows that
you're a horizontal country boy.
The cows would come and I would pat them and
I know flat earther. I know flat earther.
If you think after watching this that the earth is flat and you're a degenerate.
I know flat earther. I wish you could prove Earth wasn't flat. I wish you could prove non-horizontal fucking PSI. One time in your life.
Fifth law, Fleur.
Just go stand in whatever cliff you claim is the curve of the earth or part of the earth, right? Which would be every fucking one you've ever seen in your life.
I'm a
big
flat earther.
Back up away from that curve. Put that curve. Put that fucking waterfall on the globe in your classroom. Now imagine that in the curve of your earth, right? Scale, boys. You don't know scale all of a sudden.
Can someone tell me what's happening? Is this like
Johnny,
a fever dream?
do you seriously think that atmospheric pressure being constant at the same altitude of sea level is NDPSI?
We want to show the waterfall that gravity holds there. We want to show the curved water cliff hold its fucking place without flowing.
Curved water cliff.
Yeah, we want to see that gravity holds the water on the curve, not dirt. We don't want to see mud puddles. We don't want to see ponds. We want to see the side of hills and the top of hills hold the water. No flow.
Hold the water.
Johnny, that's not what we think.
I'm just making you a little relaxed.
I'll back up as far as you need me to from the fucking cliff or the waterfall for this to be my curve portion of Earth to me, my little fucking microscopic thought self on the big ball. I couldn't even find my size compared to that waterfall that's not supposed to be flowing. It's supposed to be sitting there, held by gravity.
Right.
Thanks.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to turn off the random word generator that someone's programmed. Yeah.
Yeah, which
crazy.
Is interesting though, right?
Yeah, it's a really good attempt at an AI. I mean, better than my Gary bot. My Gary bot just says the same about 8 or 9 phrases in the chat of my YouTube channel. So I'm quite impressed that someone's managed to make an AI that sounds almost human, like Demok,
Okay, fight the flat earth. Quick, I'll give you a lot of time to relax, but yeah.
Johnny, can I ask him one more quick question, then I'll just go on?
Are you ready to go on, or you will just say you can't?
Well, someone else wanted to ask a question first, so.
Yeah, I'll go on mute. Right, I just wanted the clarification on that dome that's above us that we bounce stuff off of, right? So if I were to have a bowl, right, like, and I would be a little ant, I'd get under that bowl, and I shoot a radio or laser beam up at it. How is it going to bounce forward? Isn't it going to bounce right back at me? How's it bouncing forward?
Depends on the angle that you fired the radio wave. Most radio waves don't fire in a direct line; they fire out in a spherical nature.
Can you point out that you cannot forget you are spinning 1,000 miles an hour?
You don't spin in miles an hour. That's what you mean to say.
Per hour drift.
On that dome, when you have to shoot the radio wave backwards
on your axis,
forward,
and you're going through the solar system, and you're different
that was my
speed,
question, though.
You're going up and down, and at the same time, you think that you can take.
Do you know what relative motion is?
The old spin technique.
Tell me about it. I am open ears again. Tell me about it.
I'm having a bong. Hold on.
I'm open ears.
Me too. I'm loading a bowl too.
Well, sir, are you trying to look it up? You don't know what you... No, you didn't know it by yourself.
I'm having a bong. Will you chill out?
What's your answer then?
What were you saying? Sorry, I was having a bong. I wasn't paying attention to you.
You are looking up. Trying
I
to
told you about 4 times I was having a bong. What was your question?
Okay. I'm saying, do you think you can do any measurement in the same time that you're on a spinning ball in several directions?
Yes.
And wobbling also. Are you able to do a measurement like that?
Yes, because relative motion's a thing.
I'm very curious. How?
Relative motion is a thing. What do you want me to explain? What relative motion is? If you're on the motorway traveling at 60 miles an hour, but there's another car next to you traveling at 80 miles an hour, there is a relative motion between you and that other car of 20 miles an hour. Relative motion is a thing.
No, I'm talking about excuse me, I'm talking about different directions, so that's not working for you.
Why is it not? Relative motion is still a thing.
It's just it's a linear direction.
Yeah, again, what's the forces involved that you're talking about? Could you calculate the forces involved of all these directions that you're on about?
No, it's not my forces. It's your forces. It's your time to explain.
You want me to calculate the forces for you?
Which forces? You are talking about something
let's say the centrifugal force of Earth.
You have the fucking burden of proof. If you're not able to explain that,
I'm trying to, but you're crying like a little girl again. So it's amazing.
No, I'm just confused.
I know you're confused. I understand. I might be confused every time you look at your shoelaces. Is it Velcro?
No, okay.
That would make more sense.
How long time do you have to wait? You're able to explain.
Well, would you like me to tell you what the, for instance, the centrifugal force at the equator is on Earth?
Why are you talking about the centrifugal force? That's nothing to do
because that's the forces involved. We need to talk about the forces involved. So
maybe for
rotation creates what forces. So rotation creates what forces, Dim Dim?
Then you don't understand what centrifugal force is.
I understand centrifugal forces.
It's a power from the center to the end. Do you know how the Earth is sealed?
Yeah, and do you know what the centrifugal forces on Earth is? Did you know what they are?
Oh, is it building up? Do you have something out of each from it? No, you haven't. But you need to have it.
Again, it was a simple question. Do you know what the centrifugal force on Earth is at the equator? Yes or no?
Okay, you need that, but there is no...
do you know it? Yes or no?
I know what you're trying to say.
Do you know the centrifugal acceleration at the equator? Yes or no?
I understand that. But that's not happening in reality.
The number. There is a value. Do you know the value of the centrifugal acceleration at the equator?
Yeah, I understand
What is it? What is it then? What is the centrifugal acceleration at the equator?
Craig, shut the fuck up. It's not.
What is the centrifugal acceleration at the equator? What is the centrifugal acceleration at the equator? What is it?
It isn't not.
You just asked me to tell you the forces. I can tell you, but I'm asked. You said you know it. So what is it?
Stationary.
It's not moving. I've measured the Earth's rotation, so it's not stationary.
You're trying to say it's not. Do you know you need 14 miles bolt to make it happen?
You need what? Sorry.
On a spinning ball.
You need what?
It is not.
You need what?
14,
what did you say?
14 miles up from the equator to.
Why would I need 14 miles up from the equator? What are you on about?
Everything has to go out to the equator. That is the centrifugal force. It is go from the center to...
Yes, so what is the centrifugal force at the equator? That's the question. If the Earth is rotating...
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not happening.
Right, listen. If the Earth is rotating globe...
Why are you talking about something that isn't? Are you living in a dream?
If the Earth is a rotating globe... If the Earth...
Everything is a fucking dream in your fucking mind.
Listen. If the Earth is a rotating globe that rotates once a day... What is the centrifugal force at the equator? Do you know the answer?
It's not relevant. I was also you forget.
It's absolutely relevant to this question.
Hey, shut the fuck up! It's a different.
So you don't know, right? Okay, so you don't even know what centrifugal acceleration is, do you?
Oh! Do you really? You don't want to talk about the different directions? Or do you know?
I'm talking about the forces involved. The forces involved due to those directions.
It will be slump. I don't know what you say the name is. It will be slump. It will slow down.
What directions are you talking about?
That is the effect. It will be.
What directions are you talking about, and what forces are involved with those directions?
Do you know how fucking catastrophic it will? We will never be able to live.
That's why there's constant movement. So it's fine, but. Again, what movements are you talking about, and what forces are attributed to those movements?
from the center to the east.
Yeah, and what force is there attributed to that?
That is the centrifugal force. That we are talking
and
about.
What is the centrifugal force? How many meters per second squared?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does.
It will spare how big it is. You cannot say.
Well, we know the Earth's radius. We know the Earth's radius, and we know the Earth is rotating at 0.000694 RPM.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You're talking about 3959. Okay.
Yeah.
Miles.
So, what is the centrifugal acceleration at Earth's equator?
It will be gigantic effect because it will be triple. It will be most.
No,
it will
it's
be
0.03 meters per second squared. It's 0.003 meters per second squared.
Oh, you don't know what will happen. You don't know what will happen to the water. It will be triple effect. And the water, do you know how waves...
What do you mean triple effect?
Are you stupid? Do you know how waves will be bigger and bigger and bigger?
What do you mean triple effect? I don't know what you're on about.
Because... Oh, you have never been on the ocean. That's obvious.
As
because everything will be
but you said triple effect. What do you mean about triple effect?
Will be square.
Explain the words you are talking about.
It will be gigantic. I'm not able to count that because it will be gigantic.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about waves, like a tsunami.
Right. So this is what you need to understand. At the equator, the
I don't understand. Do you know the effect of just a movement in the middle of all the water? Do you know if you don't know that? Do you know what tsunami is? It's an effect.
Okay, so listen for 1 second. Okay, at the equator on Earth,
you don't know what you're talking about.
At the equator on Earth, the centrifugal force is 0.03 meters per second squared. However, the gravitational acceleration in the opposite direction is 9.81 meters per second squared.
No, you have to take in all variables. If you don't take in all the variables, then you don't know what you're talking about.
What variables? What variables is there involved in the centrifugal acceleration formula? Please tell me.
I was talking about the tsunami effect, and if you don't know what that is, then
what has Earth's centrifugal force got to do with the tsunami effect? What is that noise? Chetty, why are you making so much noise?
Somebody take it down, please.
Yeah, that's right. I've done it. Sorry, Chetty, I had to mute you because you're making a lot of noise. Shit. Yeah. So please tell me why a centrifugal acceleration of 0.03 meters per second squared would cause a tsunami.
It's not relevant to the question.
Well, it is because you brought it up.
Because, listen to me for 1 sec, because there's so many double and square effects that will be magnified.
But there's a force going the other way. There's an acceleration the other way, though, due to gravity, though. So the acceleration the other way due to gravity, though.
Do you know what will happen to the ocean? Tsunami effect.
No, because there's an acceleration the other way due to gravity.
That's one variable. Just
again,
one.
There is acceleration the other way due to gravity.
It will not. It will be gigantic, catastrophic.
No.
It will never
Could you
work.
give me the maths for that, please? Because I've just given you the maths and it disagrees with you.
Okay. Just a little bit. The movement between the plates is makes a catastrophic tsunami effect. Just that. Just a little bit.
Sorry, we're talking about what now? We're talking about tectonic plates. How do we switch from the movements of Earth to tectonic plates?
Yeah, because we are talking about movement.
And how fast are the tectonic plates moving?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. And how does that change? What's that got to do with the rotation of Earth?
It's we drank all the countries and the shoreline closest to it, absolutely, and make a catastrophe on that, and
I mean, underwater earthquakes are a thing, but nothing to do with Earth's rotation, bud. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly that you're saying. You don't know what you're talking about. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah, you are making no sense. This is not an argument against the globe in any way. All you've done this entire conversation is show your ignorance of basic physics and facts.
Facts is just a small movement of the Earth will make a catastrophic effect, like a
small
tsunami
movement of
effect.
the Earth. Yeah, but the entire Earth is rotating together.
That's not stupid. It's just a fact, and I'm pointing it out. Just one variable of it. Of course, I can take in more.
What do you think? Why do you think tectonic plate movements cause earthquakes? Do you know what's causing that? It's because the tectonic plates are pushing against each other until one of them snaps and causes a force which makes it. It's nothing to do with Earth's rotation.
But cause of the effect is not so relevant because it's because of movement.
What do you mean it's because of movement?
On Earth.
But again, the acceleration caused by Earth's rotation is 0.03 meters per second squared, and that's only at the equator. But there is an acceleration acting in the opposite direction that is monumentally bigger, created by gravity.
Yeah, but you're talking about is not showing up. So
what? Gravity's not showing up? What are you on about?
What is gravity? Okay, we can go over gravity then. Okay, we go over to gravity. What is gravity? What's your definition of gravity?
Fg equals gm1 m2 over r squared.
Oh shit! I have a better formula, and I can give you
for local purposes. That's pretty damn accurate. Gravity creates a force that's proportional to the product of two or more masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them.
Okay, I will post my formula in the text chat.
I bet.
In other words, if you drop something, it falls down.
Okay,
what are you posting?
I write it down before, so I can copy it from myself here. Copy, and I will give you example of kinetic formula that will replace your fucking constant small g that you need to the middle of
the small g is an acceleration that's just a thing that exists. You can't get rid of that.
Okay, there you have it.
Yeah, see that a constant acceleration is caused by gravity. So
the a is an acceleration.
Yeah, which is caused by gravity.
Yeah, but that's happening.
That A is 9.81 meters per second squared.
No, you're wrong. We are not talking about the cause yet. We are not talking about the cause. It's just the formula.
That A, constant acceleration, is gravity. You haven't replaced gravity, you've used gravity.
No, I'm saying you can use that in the constitution of things and so on and so on.
That's not a replacement for gravity in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's a kinematic equation.
Yeah, but it's not a replacement for gravity. It doesn't explain what gravity does in any way.
Okay, but I have the explanation. I'm not there yet. I'm just telling you. That's a
kinematic equation. It's nothing to do with gravity.
Of course, it is acceleration formula.
It's just a kinematic.
Yeah, okay.
But you said you were going to give me an equation that replaces gravity. How does that replace Fg equals gm1 m2 over r squared? It doesn't. Not in the slightest.
Has it been peer reviewed?
Has what been peer reviewed?
Fuck off.
Johnny's explanation.
No,
I'm just wondering if it's been peer reviewed like all the other.
Most definitely not. Johnny, what do you think gravity is? Johnny? Oh. Johnny went away. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, this has been a lot of fun.
You smashed it, Craig.
So, it is 1:45. Been going for about 2
I
hours.
think Johnny was referring to a 14-mile high hump of Earth, by the way, that you weren't catching on to.
A 14-mile high hump of Earth. What?
With the centrifugal. Yeah.
Well, the centrifugal force causes a 42-mile difference in polar circumference to equatorial circumference.
Why are you talking about the centrifugal force? It has nothing to do with that we are talking about just
because
now.
Someone else was. I was talking to somebody else about it, so.
Yeah, there was also a breakup in the communication. There was something doing. Okay, give me the fucking answer. Do you understand
yes.
the equation that we have, both mine and yours, that you're talking about, has nothing to do with cause and effect? Yes or no?
No, mine does have a lot to do with cause and effect, because mine shows that there is a force that is proportional to the product of thermal masses and inversely proportional to the
it's
square.
Yes or no question. It's yes or no question.
So what happens is that you change things like the mass and the distance, and you get a different effect. So that's cause.
Oh, you have to answer yes or no.
You haven't done that once when I've asked you. So, I'm not going to do it because you've never done it.
Okay, are you able to answer this fucking simple question? Do you understand?
Yeah, but I won't do it yes or no. I will answer it properly.
The equation has nothing to do with the cause and effect.
No, my equation does actually. My equation describes the cause and effect.
Say yes then. I'm right, okay?
You're never right. Nothing you said has been right.
If you say no, then you are making a fool of yourself, okay?
I haven't said yes or no. I've said neither.
Yeah, why is it so troubling for you to answer a simple question?
Why was it so troubling for you to answer a simple question?
It isn't. Absolutely.
It's been a problem for you this entire conversation to answer simple questions. I've tried several times to get you to answer a yes or no question, and you ran away.
I never run away.
You cried quite a lot during this. I mean, are you okay emotionally? Because you have cried quite a lot.
I just have to say, you have not made any fucking
hug?
You have not made any coherent question at all.
Do you need a cuddle?
So you're not able to answer. It's not cause and effect.
Do you need a cuddle?
Hey guys, you want to hear a funny story while we're all chatting, dude? I'm dating a first grader.
Nathan, not right now. Okay, sorry.
We can go then after that. You answer this question, then we can go to cause and effect. I just have to.
I've already told you the cause and effect. Change the mass and the or the distance, and it changes the effect.
Okay, then you're talking about some. That's not a stupid explanation. That has nothing to do with the equation.
Well, it absolutely does, because the equation shows there's a force proportional to the product of thermal masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Which means that if you change the mass or the distance, you change the force.
No, it's just a formula for the acceleration. That's all.
No, it's not a formula for acceleration. That formula does not describe acceleration.
Is it?
That formula describes a force.
I wrote it. I wrote it for the acceleration, and you were saying this.
Yes, but that's not what I wrote. I never gave anything that's acceleration. I gave you a force. The force created by gravity. You, for some reason, decided to write a kinematic equation about acceleration, totally irrelevant to the point.
Craig, you're crying. So,
in what point have I cried?
Because you want your fucking gravity to be a force, and everybody
gravity creates a force.
That in the mainstream.
Yeah, gravity creates. I never said gravity is a force. Don't strawman me. I said gravity creates a force.
So you're changing now that you were saying was wrong?
No, I've always said that. I've always said that gravity creates a force. Don't strawman me.
Yeah, but the question is on the table. Is the equation just about the formula of acceleration?
No,
my
formula was nothing to do with the acceleration.
It has nothing to do with the cause.
My formula was explaining how the force.
It's a fucking simple question. You're like a.
Your question makes no sense. Wrong with you. Your question makes 0 sense. I cannot answer a malformed question.
I'm saying, do you think this equation will give you the cause of the acceleration?
Cause of what acceleration?
What is the cause of the acceleration?
What acceleration? Acceleration of what?
Of object falling down from zero.
What equation are you talking about?
I posted it in the
kinematic equation for acceleration. Yeah, that's just an observation. It's not a replacement for gravity.
I can post it again. You lost it.
Yeah, again, it's just a kinematic equation. It's not a replacement for gravity. It doesn't explain where the acceleration comes from.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Are we agree now? It's not the cause. It's just the equation, right?
No, mine has a cause, though. The one that I gave you, that's a cause and effect.
No.
Yes.
Of course not.
Yes, it is. I've explained it several times. It's not my fault you're incapable of understanding. Like all flat earthers, if I wanted to hurt myself, I would simply climb your ego and jump to your IQ.
You are making fool of yourself again. Yes, I agree with you.
You realize how many times flat earthers have told me I'm making a fool of myself? How many times flat earthers have told me I'm winning and you're losing? That's called projection, my friend.
My equation is right.
Yeah, but my equation has a cause and effect. Your equation does not.
Do you know in the mainstream media they have no fucking idea what the gravity is, and they have no cause for it? Do you know that?
Well, actually, yeah, a change in mass or distance causes a change in the applied force. So, yeah, we know that. It's cool.
Blah, 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 blah. You're just mumbling or bumbling and rambling.
No, it's not my fault you don't understand the things that I'm saying.
No, I am just clarifying for everybody what you're doing. And plus off, there's not
you went blah, 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 blah. Literally like a child sticking their fingers in their ears and going la, 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 la. You are a child.
No, you are in the la, la land. That is the fucking problem.
You were the one that was doing that. You are a child. You are not 60. You are 3.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm telling you, and you don't know.
You've never held a sextant in your life. You've never been a sailor. You are a liar. Like all flat earthers, you are a liar. Okay? Now, I have been going.
You don't know the mainstream media is about the Einstein and fucking shit, bending of space.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine because you can, you can
derive
Newton's equation. You can derive Newton's law from Einstein's field equations for gravity. So it's no problem. They're the same thing. They're just different explanations. You wouldn't understand.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You can derive Newton's equation, law of gravity, from Einstein's field equations.
And you think you know everything and you don't know anything.
Well, I know this.
What? What do you know?
I know that you can derive Newton's. I know that you can derive Newton's law of gravity from Einstein's field equations for gravity.
Oh, I'm open.
Meaning that they are the same thing.
What is the thing you're talking about? I'm very curious.
Yeah, I'm sure
I really want to know.
APOC.
Oh, so you're not able to do that? Why are you flying?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I've tried about 5 times to say that I'm finishing now. So anyway, APOC.
Yeah, you are flying away because you can't. You have nothing. You have absolutely nothing.
Hold on, Johnny.
Yeah, what's going on, Craig? I've been trying to say to Johnny for a while that I'm going to finish up now because it's been about 2 hours. I just want to say thank you to you for letting me come and use the server. Sorry about what happened with the other guys. Hopefully we can make this a decent server to come and stream on. Between this server and the server that Demonstrate's got up, I'm hoping that I can have a lot of debates with a lot of different people. And I would absolutely like to make this a weekly thing if you're up for it as well.
Yeah, definitely. I was just saying that, Demonstrate as well.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to set something up because he's setting up like a partnership of servers. So that'd be really cool if we were doing that, setting that up. Thank you as well.
I'll put my server in that, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we have.
I'll link you up if you're fine.
Yeah, if you notice in our we have channels in our, it says partner channels or partner links. So feel free to post your link in there. No problem.
Cool.
Whenever someone joins, we update all across the servers. So trying to keep people connected.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, but I am going to go to bed now. So thank you very much for the interesting conversation, Johnny B. Wow, you're dumb. And I'll catch you guys later. All right. Speak to you. Bye.
For sure. For sure.
Craig, can I ask you one question before you go?
Yeah, sure.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky look like shooting stars?
Oh, definitely. 100%. Could be looking for a brain right now. A brain right now. Now, Johnny B, there's a guy called Tiny Captain who really would like to talk to you about navigation and stuff. So maybe if I'm dropping out now, you can have a wee word with Tiny Captain. All right. But I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Well, there we go, guys. Wasn't that fun? Oh my god, I do love doing this. There was a lot of derp there, wasn't there? An absolute steaming pile of dumb. Hey Dano, thanks for joining. Thank you for watching. I see it topped out about 700 people watching, which is fucking amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Even whilst I was away on holiday, in fact, while I was away on holiday, my channel had about like 80 to 90,000 views, which is really, really good. I was really fucking happy with that. And then tonight, you know, I've already had about 2,000 views on this stream alone. So even when I'm away, the support for the channel, it blows my mind. And, you know, I love you guys, all of you, not you, Gary. And again, if you haven't seen the recent videos, including the collaboration with Triggered Limey, then please check that out on my channel. I am very, very, very close to finishing the remake of episode 1. And I've got a whole bunch of videos kind of lined up, ready to go after that. So there's lots of stuff coming. There will be weekly streams with that server, which could be a lot of fun, and another server with Demonstride. I've got more stuff with Brother Sanchez coming up. Including another PPV debate, which you know you will get a little bit later down the line. But there's going to be like preludes to that and stuff, and we all know that Brother Sanchez's crew are a special bunch, don't we? Flatsoy doesn't seem to want to talk to me at the moment, but we'll see if we can get another one on for him. In fact, tomorrow, I think, actually, Jeranism is talking to MC Toon. So make sure you watch that, and then soon after, hopefully, Jeranism's going to have a chat with me as well. Amazing support as always. I'm going to read out the super chats and then I'm going to go to bed. Warboss has gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Warboss. And awesome name, by the way. I know you changed it for me. If you became a member today and you didn't buy it, say thank you to Warboss. Deus Ex Tomato has been a member for 17 months and says, hey now, no complaining. We sent you food at least. Yeah, but the food you sent me was cat food. Or my clone up there on the ISS anyway. Sparky NJ has been a member for 42 months, says, try not to get banned this time. Hopefully, I won't get banned from that one. Patrick Butler, $5, says, FTFE will give you me money to make me a carbon vessel sub that can go to 35,000 feet. No, well, a fiver could probably build something better than what they fucking... You guys don't understand, right? I've been looking at the specs of this submersible, and it's insane, right? I don't know, I've got not with me the thing that I want to. Right, so it's like a circle, okay? The tube that the submersible was in, it's a big tube that was an ex-oil pipe, right? And inside this circle, they put a cube carbon fiber hull, right? A cube inside a tube, right? Now, what does that mean? It means that the distribution of forces, it's not going to be equal, right? You're going to have there's four corners on that carbon fiber hull on the inside are going to be massive, massive weak points. Not to mention the fact that it's carbon fiber, and not a notoriously flexible material. You know, the viewport at the front, which was outside of the carbon fiber hull, which was the main part that held it together. The viewport outside of that, which the pilot was at and was the only way of looking out, right, was only rated to 12,300 feet. But Titanic is way fucking deeper than that. So they knew that they didn't have a viewport that was rated to go down as far as they wanted to go. There was one thruster which went through a bit of the top, and could be operated from the inside as well as going to outside. So there's a massive weak point there. But the thruster, solenoid itself was operated by a fucking Xbox controller, like an actual video game controller, and it didn't work all the time either. So every time that sub went down, it went really far down, right? Every time that submersible went down, it's getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, right? Which isn't something that carbon fiber is going to really cope that well with, okay? And then as it rises back up, it's expanding, expanding, expanding. So it's going to have this constant micro fractures happening to this carbon fiber hull, right? And just before they did the Fatal Expedition, they said that as they were surfacing, they heard a loud bang, right? I mean, that was clearly one of the points. Breaking. There was no way that would survive that kind of pressure when there was already weak points, right? And I guess yeah, that's right, it was a Logitech F710. The only, solace, I guess, that we can take from this is that the deaths would have been so quick. They wouldn't have known that they died, right? The second one of those weak points went, right? Apparently they had a warning system, but, I mean, the warning system would have told them microseconds before the fracture became fatal. But as soon as one of those weak points went, you're going to have it spread out across to every other weak point. And then there's now nothing. There's no structure holding against the insane pressure of the water outside. So not only is there water going to be coming in the cracks that's going to be such high pressure, it would be like being hit by 1 billion knives, but the sub would have imploded and just crushed everyone inside it whilst getting ripped to shreds by shards of water. I mean, the whole thing is so incredibly dumb. It blows my mind. So I'm going to do a full video on exactly why this was such a badly designed submersible. Anyway, Warboss, member for 4 months, says, Flerf Crumpkin time, the Warboss is back. Wah! Yes. Screwy Louie for £5 says, hey, FTFE, please ask the Flerf if everything's contained by the firmament. Why do we need an ice wall? It's because of magic, obviously. Clarence AS2 for £2 says, the guy would get lost in his own house. I love just trying to get him to explain how a sextant worked. That was fucking hilarious. Deus Ex Tomato for $5. Heard you like playing the guitar. Funny coincidence that. I like playing instruments too. My favourite instrument to play is your mum. I'm going to tell my mum that. I'm going to tell her, eh? Mr. Blockdown's been a member for 17 months, says, Craig, how dare you question his ability to use a sextant? He doesn't need your science and evidence. All he needs is his incredulity and denial. He would get lost at sea. Stephen Lethy for $10. Thank you very much, my friend. His disequilibrium of the coaxial incommensurable bipedal counterspace clearly explains the solar masculation of the implied triangulation of the magnetron. I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know about you guys. Sarcastic Barman, nice to see you, my friend, says for £2, there is not enough rum to put up with flatards. No, that's why I had tequila beforehand. Siggy Sigwald, an amazing man, for 20 months has been a member, says, Hail Sagan, Hail Sagan, Hail Sagan. Half the members on this channel are thanks to Siggy. Warboss has been a member for 20 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much, Warboss. You must feel like them war chiefs when them zogging baby snortlings come up with broken stick thinking they's big boys. This girt ain't in your weight class. All he needs is one good punt and it has screamed the entire way out. Yeah, Warhammer 40,000. Pay attention, guys. Myself the Other has been a member for 2 months and he says, sounds like his mouth is full of marbles. JS Tiger for $10 says, Flat Earther, Coriolis is BS. FTFE, tell me what Coriolis is. Flat Earther, how dare you? You crying. PhD Tony, the only real man in the room, for $5 Australian says, don't forget the great trigonometric survey of India, which detected the deflection of plumb lines by the Himalayas. Yeah, words they wouldn't get, but yeah. PhD Tony again for $5 Australian. Thank you, Tony. I really do appreciate your support, mate. Are these guys in training for when ignorance and stupidity becomes Olympic sports? And as impressive as their performances are, that seems like a long shot. Well, they'd win. I mean, if it did become sport, they'd win. Only time they ever win in their life. Conal Silverford for $5 says, forget a Turing test for Democ, we need a Tourette's test. And then for another $2, thank you very much, Conal. The Democ bot is plagued by fatal logic errors. Yeah, all of the logic errors. In fact, I think the Democ bot may have downloaded every virus from 1997. Tim Pryor for $5. Thank you very much, Tim. Whatever he's taking, can I have some? And I can put more coherent sentences together when I'm drunk. Yeah. Random word generator. Old Democ, he's amazing. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys, the support, honestly. PhD Tony for $10 Australian. Thank you again, Tony. Earth's rotation to the east does have an effect on ocean dynamics called western boundary current intensification. This is widely studied and observed. The Gulf Stream is a prominent example. This is science. They wouldn't understand. So many super chats. Caucasian Sensation for 21 months he's been a member, and he says, I just tuned in. Great to see you, Craig. Rip brain cells. No, it's fucking great to see you. Honestly, to see you guys here is the best thing ever. Not you, Gary. RageBot, my favourite bot, for $5 says, that was fun and exactly what I needed. Thanks, Craig. You know what? You are what I need. Donald Trump's 101 to 116 indictments has been a member for 38 months. Says, love you. No, I fucking love you, random citizen. Warboss for $2 Canadian says, now an important question. Pineapple on your pizza? No. No. God, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 No, no, no. No. Did I say no? Hammer for £2 says, any videos on our friend Witwit? Yes. There is going to be one coming up that's going to be a collaboration with Simon Dan. MB for £5 says, holy shit, what the fuck was that? My face palm protection failed ages ago. The pain. I am so sorry, MB. Plastic surgery is not on me. Sorry. Binge Thinker for $19.99. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. Longtime watcher, subscriber, member. Toss me a wrench purely so I can see what all the Flerfs have blocked me here are saying. It won't be abused. You know what, Binge Thinker? You have been here a while. And if I can see you, there you go. You are now a moderator. Thank you very much for your support. Books for $2 Canadian, $2 Australian dollars, sorry, says, as a submariner, did you ever fear implosion? It's scary, right? The noises. But like I've told this story before, but one thing that we would do, which was fun, which you get a nice bit of tightrope and you put it on one side of the hull, on the inside to the other, and you have it nice and tight, nice, taut rope. As your sub dives, as you go down, even just 10 meters, 15 meters, your submarine gets squished so much that that rope that was tight between the two hulls is now sagging, right? And once you've gone down like 30, 40 meters, that rope's on the floor. That's how much your sub squeezes. But obviously, military subs are designed to do that, not made out of carbon fiber cubes. Lord of Luminous Pooh for $5 says, homemade sub to the Titanic, as smart as homemade rocket to see the flat Earth. Similar result. Twice proving gravity's a thing. Bill Tetley for $5 says, fight the flat shirt, you sexy beast. Great stream and can't wait for the next one. You rule. Bancho Sushi. Thank you, buddy. And you know what? You fucking rule. Timothy Southwick for $2 says, game over, yeah! Thank you very much, Timmy. Dave D for $5, a reminder to all Flerfs, risen abundant in ore statorium. Did you just get me to say a spell? Moore's... Yeah, I think I just cursed Flat Earth or something. I'm not sure. Adria Bell, who's been a member for 34 months, says, best to keep Democ unplugged. Yeah, too many logic errors. Conal Silverfur for $2 says, you don't need no sleep. Yeah, who fucking needs that, right? Lovebot for $1.99 says, me love though. I love you, Lovebot. You were created for love. Graham Price has been a member for 37 months, says, I missed the start, but sounds like a dumpster fire. It was a little bit. A lot of stupid was said. No, Jeff C, it was a carbon fiber cube inside a steel tube. That was the fucking problem. I've had a great night, and I hope you guys have. And just to punish you, you know what's going to happen.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. No one is sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bullshit. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon up to the stratosphere on page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a fruitcake.
You're Mr. Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the Asylum Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poise and grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe a musical assault and knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realise you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of a boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I rinse up when your mom's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you taught a water level, sit and swivel. You nasal gazing muppet, you can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them. And I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck. Good night all. Remember, stupidity's not a right. Fight the flat Earth.
Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.
The crane.
Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.
The crane.
Fight the flat.
Good night, all.